Hi guys, I'm Kelsey Shockey, and this is Fuse. Our very own Deanna Carbone wrote an article for The Mirror about how the levee is being renovated. According to the article, the building hasn't been changed since 1995, so the renovation will include things such as a new roof and an expanded kitchen. The renovation is supposedly an outcome of students not being interested in going to the levee. So maybe giving the levee a makeover, along with their new menu, will attract more students in the future. There will even be a website where students can order food and have it delivered to them at their dorm or apartment. This week, we are continuing our story about the construction of the new Dolan School of Business. One of the questions that I asked students around campus that was not included in Fuse last week was whether they thought it would affect parking in any way. It turns out that commuters, seniors, and juniors believe that parking due to the construction has been an issue since last semester, and it has affected the number of violations given out to students. Even though there is a new parking garage, this is really used for commuters who have a green sticker, and admissions visitors and people who are attending sporting events. The Department of Public Safety has recently launched a new safety app that will be activated on Monday, February 5th. They advise that students should not download the app until the 5th. The app will enable students or anyone on campus to report crimes and violations, and it will include a red button that directly calls 911. It will also be a good way for students to request building maintenance and cleaning services. And now, let's turn over to Deanna for your Stag Sports Update.
Thanks, Kelsey. Here's what's going on in sports. Fairfield Swimming and Diving made a splash at the Recplex pool last Wednesday. The men and women's team both defeated Manhattan in the last home meet of the season. The women conquered all 16 events, while the men won 14 of the 16. By only 3 points, the Fairfield University men's basketball team defeated MAC foe Iona College in overtime. The neck-and-neck game closed with a score of 103-100. Good luck to the men's team as they travel to New Jersey for their match against Monmouth University. Meanwhile, the Fairfield University women's basketball team remains home to welcome leaders of the MAC when rival Quinnipiac comes to Alumni Hall tonight. Good luck, Stags. I'm Deanna Carbone, and that's your Stag Sports Update.
Thanks, Deanna. Looks like there's going to be some snow for the Super Bowl weekend. So let's turn it over to Logan Giles with your full weather forecast.
Now this weekend, we've got some snow coming, so let's look at that forecast cone. Now, as you can see, this does look like the ones during hurricane season, except it's during this snowstorms, and it's also blue. Now, this is a forecast from yesterday. This has been updated, so as you can see, the forecast cone, so where that low pressure system could be, stretches all the way from Albany all the way up to southern Ontario. However, as the event gets closer, this Sunday, the cone has shifted to more of a track in northern New York and northern Maine. However, the impacts will be far down. Now let's take a look at those. Now, should be for the I-95 corridor from DC to Boston. Should be rain, although it was a pretty good-sized snowstorm on Tuesday, and that's because there's a Quebec high, which essentially would have forced this system down. So cities like Boston, New York City could have dealt with a fairly hefty snowstorm, except now that has shifted up towards the Adirondacks and near Syracuse. Now, let's look at more events towards this region, more local events. Now, here should be more rain. As you can see, pretty isolated totals. So New Haven, northern Long Island should be over an inch of rain, while most of the region except for extreme northwestern New Jersey should be ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch. So Fairfield timing should be all day Sunday. So if you have plans for the Super Bowl, Patriots, Eagles, outdoors, cancel them. Not gonna happen. Watch the game indoors. enjoy the game, and that pretty much wraps up the week's weather. Back to you, Kelsey.
Thanks, Logan. That's it for Fuse for today, and see you next time, Fairfield.